Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Chris Denman, and it's We Are Live. It's our virtual happy hour that we do each and every Thursday at 4 p.m. Central with our friends from Barkeep. Very excited to get things going. Thank you guys so much. If you get a chance, real quick, got a really nice shout out in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch today. So big thank you to Kevin Johnson. He's the entertainment reporter for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. All of this love that we've gotten for doing these each week, we really appreciate that. And be sure to go read the article. Support local journalism. Supporting local business like we do each and every week. Our friends Matt and Pat from Barkeep join us. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Hey. We good.
Are we? Are we good? We'll be very good. Shortly, we'll have our friend Andrew Ryan, who has a new album coming out, playing tunes at the end of the show. And then fan favorite Ian Edwards, very, very funny comic and talented writer, joining us for our comedic guest today. Real quick, before we jump into our first cocktail video, it is virtual happy hour, so we got to show those. Matt Longerville, Pat Joya, hope you're well. Matt, what's new in the world of Barkeep?
Oh, just hustling, doing that cocktail delivery. Added a third day, so Pat and I were out delivering cocktails this afternoon, and got 2 more days full, so that's good. Get to head back out to some farmers markets this weekend. That's exciting.
Very nice.
Tower Grove on Saturday, the Boulevard over in Richmond Heights on Sunday. So we'll be selling packaged cocktails to go. So yeah, we're back in business a little bit.
Medicating the masses, just like I like to see. Pat, I'm excited for you today. You had a business-like cocktail. We're not going wild or a sock puppet with the presentation today. I don't know whose drink we're going to see first, but if you're telling us about yours, I mean, do we need to know anything? Nothing crazy? No professional wrestling antics or anything?
No, didn't really have time today. Like Matt was saying, with us adding the extra day of delivery, I probably should have taken some of the little bit of time I actually had this week to go ahead and maybe try and do some prep work and things, because we had to I had to jump right in. It was one shot, and I hope I didn't swear too terribly much. I don't think I did.
One shot Pat, that's what they call him. Okay.
That's all I got in the tank, man. Sorry.
Yeah, college was a weird time.
One stroke.
One stroke. Okay.
Those are lies. Those are lies.
Who started it?
Let us know in the comments if you guys are having a happy hour drink. Let us know where you're watching from, and be sure to hit share. We love it when you do that. It helps us out a ton. Invite your friends in. We do this each and every week, and the more views, the better. Shout out to our friends on YouTube, on the Media Outlaws channel. That's a great channel. Subscribe immediately to that today. Better viewing quality than Facebook also. Don't forget that. Let's jump into our first cocktail video, but first, let's say hello to producer Matt. Producer Matt, how you feeling? How's everything looking?
Hello. How are we?
Better now, man. You going to keep an eye on the comments today? Make sure nobody's talking smack about Pat's sock puppets or anything?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see our first cocktail video.
Let them talk smack.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see our first cocktail video, guys.
Hello. How's everybody doing today? Pat with you again with Barkeep doing the quarantine cocktails today. So today we're playing around with gin. So we're playing around with the J. Rieger gin out of Kansas City today. So I wanted to do something since it finally got a little bit warm. It's in the 80s today. We're going to do kind of a little bit of a chiller. We've got some fruit to play with. I've got watermelons and kiwis and lemons. We've got a little bit of soda water and agave syrup. So we're going to make kind of a gin chiller today. But we're going to need to do some muddling and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and throw some big chunks of watermelon in here. We're going to throw a kiwi in. I peeled it and everything already. All right, and then we're going to drop our gin in here. So we're going to use 2 ounces of the Rieger gin. Now I'm pouring that over all that fruit today because I've got some big juicy fruit in there that I want to get in with this gin. So we'll get out the big stick. Just kind of start muddling this down in here. Might need to put a little more gin in for that little move right there. More gin never hurt anybody. But it's a glorious day. I got my Fabulous Fox t-shirt on. No sock puppet today. Sorry guys, nothing too crazy. We're kind of in a hurry this afternoon to get things done because we're doing a lot of deliveries with the Barkeep, doing the canned cocktails right now. So, got ourselves nice and mushed up here, so pop this guy over here. And yeah, you know, let's put a little more gin. Let's put a little more gin in. Let's go ahead and put say a half ounce because I splashed that up pretty good. Boom. Alright, so from there, we're going to go ahead and squeeze in probably about 3/4 ounce of the lemon juice here. And I may have broke my juicer, so I'm having to do this kind of by hand now. But it's just me drinking it, so I'm going to stick my fingers in here, and you can too at home if you want to. Squeeze these lemons. Squeeze these lemons. And like I said, it's just me. I'm sticking my fingers in my fruit. It's going to be tasty. I'm going to enjoy it. Alright, so we got about 3/4 ounce of lemon. Bam. And I'm going to drop in an ounce of agave syrup I threw together here. The agave syrup, just so you know, is I got the liquid agave syrup. And then I cut it down by about 1/4 with just hot water and let it chill down. So pop that little guy in there. So this, we're going to shake this all down. Then we're going to put it on ice over here in my glass. So let's go ahead and shake this up. Well, why not go ahead and get our glass set for ourselves here in just a second. Alright, shake, shake. Can you see my belly? Is it sticking out of my shirt? No? Hot diggity. Alright, so we got a lot of fruit in there, so I wanted to give that a real hard shake, let that get all mixed up and everything. But from here, I got my little strainer, so we don't get all the big chunks of fruit in there. And we're going to go ahead and pour this up. Oh, nice and thick. That's why we're going to, since it's so thick, that's part of the reason we're going to go ahead and cut this down with a little bit of soda water at the end of this too. So. Screen's all gummed up. There we go. So here's a little trick with your strainer. Tap it with a spoon, and it'll get it to come out of there. We got a little bit more in there. Alright, so just give it a little tapping. Alright, so we'll put that off to the side now. So all we got to do here is just open up our little soda water, top it off. Bam. Alright, so let's give this a little stir. Just kind of mix in everything with the soda water so it isn't just sitting on top. Let's see how it is. Oh, that's delightful. Alright, so if you want to do something behind it, you can always throw a little bitters on top to give yourself a little extra flavor. So I have a handful of things here. I've got some popped grapefruit in my hand. And let's see here. Got some orange and some grapefruit here. I made actually both of these bitters, but we're going to throw a little bit of this hot grapefruit in. Just to kind of drip, drip, drip over the top. That's going to give you a little aromatics to the drink too, aside from it being just so, you know, excellently fruity with the gin. Better. Yeah, so, walk through that one more time. We did about 2 wedges of watermelon. We threw in a whole kiwi actually that we muddled into that. About 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. let's say 2.5 ounces of the Rieger gin and an ounce of our agave syrup today. To finish it, you can just drink it like that, but I went ahead and used a little bit of some hopped grapefruit bitters. There are companies that sell these. I happen to make these myself though. And enjoy, guys. This thing's pretty tasty. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can kind of take a look at it. Well, let's go ahead and stick a big old chunk of watermelon in there for sippins. Sorry, I'll back up. There we go. Yep. All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day.
Big fan of that cocktail. Way to go, Pat. It's actually there's sun out today, so you can cheers to that. Great work, Barkeep.
Yay.
And you made it through a cocktail demonstration without a puppet, a wig, or tall socks or anything. So, way to go.
I can do it. I've done it many times, not on camera. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it's fun to have a sock puppet.
Guys, Barkeep's one of my favorite parts of the show, but we do bring on real showmen. Do you mind if we bring in our comedy guest?
Please do.
Yeah.
You guys know him from all of his amazing stand-up work, writing on multiple TV shows. Recently has put out a special on Comedy Central. His name is Ian Edwards, and he's extremely excited to be here. Ian, what's up, buddy?
Listen, man, they don't know me. They don't know me.
I'll tell you who does. We're doing some work with Sherry Shepard, and she said, you're having Ian Edwards on. He is extremely talented and unbelievably sexy. Your thoughts?
She's right. She's right. She's 100% right. It still doesn't mean that people know that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get them to know that.
Get to know that, but they obviously don't. You know what I'm saying?
As a talented vegan,
also for you to have a cocktail hour in the middle of a pandemic, while weakens your immune system. That's good. You're trying to get your listeners and watchers and viewers killed, man, all over Facebook. So, good job, bro.
That's part of who I am, and it's not going to change, Ian. So, as an attractive vegan, do you feel like you would make the cut in a vegan, like Men of Veganism calendar?
Probably not.
Just stark honesty. No witty response. Just man.
I'd be surprised. I'd be disappointed in vegans if I made the cut.
Right, we're better than this.
What have y'all been doing? I made this. Y'all idiots. This doesn't work. Let's go eat meat.
Yeah, you immediately just tap out. Ian, we enjoyed you here at Flyover Comedy Festival when you came through St. Louis. You came through Helium around the same time too. Here you go. First, every damn podcast says the same thing, but we all have to do it. Like, how have you been holding up, man? How are things in Los Angeles?
I mean, it's fine, man. Listen, I like being lazy. The only thing I like more than stand-up is like doing nothing. And so I've just been chilling. I've been getting some work done. I've been doing some meditating, some exercising, and I've been getting a lot of sleep. Sleep is good for you. And I've been able to catch up on all these shows on Netflix, on Hulu, and Disney Plus, because not watching those shows, like watching those shows is like catching up on your social homework, so you can like communicate and talk with people and have conversations.
So you can fake being a human for another week.
Yeah, it's a part of socializing, like watching these shows or seeing these things. So I'm like catching up with like the rest of the world now.
Yeah, and it's about time you did. You're in a business where you have to write and be on top of those things. So you've made it this far. Let's see how far you can go now that you know what's going on.
Yeah, now I know what's going on. I hope they just don't come up with no new shit.
That's right. Just stop there. Have you been working on anything in particular? I know you write quite a bit. With extra time, have you been given any projects or anything? You're just doing things for yourself?
There's no real extra time. I thought either there's extra time and I don't know how to prioritize, or there is no extra time, because like you asked me to do this podcast, I got to do one tomorrow. I got to do my own. Somebody asked me to do one last night. There's like, so then people are finding ways to like take the time. Then I cook, so like I'm doing that. Like I'm not going out to eat, so that takes a while. And this is, life. When you go outside, right? So
Yeah.
I'm taking the quarantine serious. When you go outside, you got your home hazmat suit that you make to go outside. You gotta put that shit on, your gloves, your mask. You
Yeah.
gotta figure out, you gotta steam your mask. That takes time to get the last outside off it. Then you gotta go outside. And then when you come back, first of all, you're walking, you're not driving anywhere. Then you come back and you gotta like take all your shit off, shower, and then like clean everything that went out, your glasses, your phone. Yeah, it's like that's why I don't even go outside. I'm
You
like,
just
yeah,
you're all in.
that's it, yeah. I mean, but
That's
doing something or I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So am I
yes.
quarantining? I'm quarantining. You know?
Master quarantiner Ian Edwards joining us
Yeah.
on We Are Live's virtual happy hour.
Yeah, you
Cheers to you. Keep that immune system up.
yeah, keep that immune system.
Uh,
Keep these immune systems down, y'all. Let's do it, baby.
woo! Keep it moving down. That's how it is. We're gonna get an MLS team here, assuming things kind of flatten out. You do, and I'm assuming you're still doing new episodes. I didn't get a chance to check
Yeah.
when Soccer Comic Rants. You
Yeah.
guys can download that. In regards to that, I mean, that's your sport. Like, is soccer going to come back in any normal way? What's the scuttlebutt on that? I'm starting to hear, I mean, we're hearing more hockey, more baseball, more basketball kind of creeping towards some sort of solution. Last night, UFC had fights on. What's going to happen with Premier League and other large, I guess, soccer organizations?
Well, to me, everything depends on tomorrow because the Bundesliga, which is the German league, so Germany handled the virus right. They didn't get hit hard. They quarantined. They did everything they're supposed to do, and they didn't have a lot of cases. So now they've like sequestered their players. They've been training, and now they play tomorrow and this weekend without crowds.
Mm.
So I'm going to be watching those games. And then depending on how those games go, it's going to give confidence or take away confidence from the rest of the leagues around the world because Germany is a major league, you know? So it's like, everybody's just going to be, watching, you know, this league to see how it goes, to see how the players uh, fare afterwards, health wise, and to see if the way they set it up works. And Germany's like a good, like, stereotypically efficient country, the
Oh
way
yeah.
they do things. So it's a good country to go first. Like, go ahead, Germany, you go first.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
be following every stupid process
we
possible.
got you, man. We got you, man. Do it. You go first. Bro.
Oh yes, the soccer.
Yeah.
They're going to jump right in. Well, I hope for you that that does kind of happen and jump out there. As far as stand up goes, I don't care if you've done any of the empty comedy shows. I don't think that you have, but
I'm about to do one on May 22nd for the Nowhere
oh, for Nowhere
Comedy.
Comedy Club, yeah. I just saw Alonzo Bowden did that, and
Yeah.
some other folks.
Jimmy,
Yeah, that seemed
Jimmy Yang is Jimmy. What's Jimmy's last name?
Jimmy O
Jimmy
Yang. Yeah.
Is it Jimmy Yang? Am I saying it right? So he's doing it. Gina Yashore might do it. A bunch of people did it. So I'm doing one on May 22nd, 6 p.m. I think.
Yeah.
Pacific time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
Be sure to purchase tickets at Nowhere Comedy Club. I believe Ben Glebe put that together. I mean,
And Steve Hossa, yeah.
very nice. Well, I'm thinking there's going to be like some of those that are successful and then people are happy with and everything. But then there's got to be some kind of a weird transitional phase. So like, I'm glad that's there for you guys. Like, do you think that's going to be like a nice middle ground? Because you're not going to be back out on the road for a little while, right? Like,
Right. Yeah,
Which is-
it's a good middle ground. Like, anybody can start one up. Steve, I've watched one of Steve's ones before,
Mhm.
two of them, and they have bouncers to like quiet the mics of the people who are making noise in the background or to talk to people who have issues technically.
yeah.
So it's organized. They've done several shows that they have a host who knows how to open the show and talk to the people in the room and everyone watching all over the world. They know when to cut to who's talking, and it's just organized.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth. So they're a good place to like do a show with.
That'll
I've
be a
done
good
one.
time.
I've done one with just the person who sends you the link. They're the one running the whole thing and hosting, and it's like, no, fuck that. You can't do all this and talking to people in the chat room,
Right.
and yeah, nah.
Somebody's
Send
dog
them-
barking over your punchlines. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking too that, man, if you do find like that middle ground, that there's like a transitional thing, like you're gonna have to do some sort of weird broadcast, because if you can only do, I'm trying to think, you were gonna do some dates with Rogan out on the road, right? I remember you were coming to Kentucky, like you guys were doing arenas, right? Like 10,000 seats or
I was
something.
not.
You weren't? I was thinking you were doing some of those. Maybe
Nah.
not.
I mean, he was gonna do shows with Chappelle again, and I did those the last time.
Mm-hmm.
But then, because I started like booking more of my own shows, it kind
Yeah.
of ruled me out of some of those shows. But I do like to do those shows with Rogan and Chappelle, or just even Rogan. It's just sometimes I can't do them.
I'm curious if that's like those may be the last things that come back. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
the ways though that affects so many people outside of just the three comics too. All the people that were employed to work at that and everything else. So it's a shame, but I'm thinking, man, if it's going to be something gradual, you're going to have some kind of like a hybrid, virtual, small crowd mix, right? Just because you're not going to be able to make enough money. Like that's just, you can't make enough money off 20 people in a room, right?
I mean, shit. Like if Rogan wanted to do like a show online,
Mm-hmm.
people would sign up and link up for it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're, you know, we're humans. We're resourceful. Like, we didn't always have the internet. We didn't always have cell phones. We didn't always, like, what's some of the shit? We didn't always have Zoom. We didn't, we'll figure some shit out. You know?
Yeah, I think that'll happen, and the creative people are going to come up with cool ways to do it.
Yeah.
Are you creatively? Are you staying busy on Tinder during this time? Are you keeping people? Are you talking to people, seeing what's going on? What's up, man?
What's the sense? They can't come over. You know what I mean? I know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut them down.
Yeah. Why would I? You know?
Okay, that's good. That's a mature response. So you're not just running somebody's text tab up.
And Instagram is a better dating app.
Right. It's like, hey, you want to go live with me on Instagram?
Yeah, yeah. You can DM, talk to people, see their feed, and know if they really like to ride horses. And,
Gives you a peek behind the scenes.
you know what I'm saying? It's a better gauge than like that
Yeah.
thing that they write for themselves on Tinder.
I think that's the way we're gonna have to do it. Dating with Ian Edwards in the new age. Besides the show with Nowhere Comedy Club, I don't want to keep you too long. Do you want people to go through Comedy Central and go check out the newest special?
Yeah, go on Comedy Central and check out Bill Burr presents Ian Talk. Ideas not worth listening to.
What a ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
In the name. Ian can be found online. Follow him on Instagram. He's very funny. He's got, roommates. What's the name of the roommate? It's just roommates, right?
Yeah, it's roommates. Yeah, I've got a new episode. I'm going to post it after this.
Very
That's
nice.
why I was going to get on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're struggling with the configuration of it. It's all technical bullshit. So there's going to be a new roommates up after this conversation with you.
At Ian Edwards Comic. Go see that. Watch Roommates. It's very funny. And the next time Ian comes through your town, you will not be disappointed, and watch him at Nowhere Comedy Club online. Get tickets.
Yeah,
That'll be a great show.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed, especially if you don't come. Then, give me the chance to disappoint you. All right? Come through.
I disappoint you, I feel like, every time I talk to you, so I'm glad we got to have this today.
Yeah, you're consistent.
For 4 years. At Ian Edwards Comic. Follow him everywhere. Ian, thanks so much for joining, man.
Thank you. Did you even really talk to Sherry? I mean, now I'm about that.
I don't know. Maybe I've just got a good racket going.
I know. I'm going to hit up Sherry and see if, Chris who?
Yeah. Call that dude. He's Facebook messaged me. He's kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, Ian, be good, man.
See you.
See you, buddy. Ian Edwards joining the show at Ian Edwards Comic. Go follow him and be sure to check out his date at Nowhere Comedy Club online. Guys, Ian always puts me in my place. I think that's deserved.
We all have
We all
those
need it from
people
time to time, bud.
Right. I'm like, you ask him to come out. I'm like, man, I don't want to waste his time. It's going to make him talk to me. No, great stuff from Ian Edwards. And we've still got Andrew Ryan, our musical guest today. We've got another cocktail. Matt Longaville, Barkeep, sir. What's our cocktail?
We're going to be making a riff on a mojito, but instead of mint, we're going to use my favorite herb, which is lemon balm from my neighborhood garden.
Oh, lemon balm. He said favorite herb. I was like, yeah, dude. I didn't know where you were going with that. Yeah, producer Matt shaking his head
So
wildly.
excited
Yeah.
at that moment.
Years ago, Christopher.
I was like, oh, word?
The pressure.
Let's see our cocktail from Barkeep. Thank you, Matt.
All right, for this cocktail, we are going to make a mojito. We're going to use lemon balm instead of mint. We'll muddle the herbs in this cocktail, so we're going to start off. I'm going to use about 6 lemon balm leaves. Saving my stems for later on. And I'm going to do 1 ounce of simple syrup. Pull out my muddler here. I'm gonna muddle those leaves with that simple syrup. And then I'm gonna go ahead, add 3/4 ounces lime juice. Do 2 ounces of Plantation 3-star rum. Get our ice. Let's shake this bad boy. Had a little leak there. We're going to use the ice that we shook with. We're just going to dump all this into our glass. And then we've got some sparkling water. Top that off. Give that a stir. There's your lemon balm mojito.
Ooh, I like that. I like that crisp sizzle at the end. Lemon
How
balm
about that
mojito.
super dramatic fizz when I opened the sparkling water bottle?
Speaking of, maybe you're the showman this week. Wow.
Yeah, this fake guy with his soda stream and his nice tools and
Pat's just a simple man with a broken motorcycle and a tiger poster.
My stick isn't as big as yours, Pat.
oh Christ.
Ooh,
Dude,
boy.
it's
Oh, goodness. Wow. That's the kind of stuff that gets you on the front page of the entertainment section of the Post-Dispatch. That's what's happening. Did you guys see? I'm just telling everybody we replaced Nelly in the entertainment headlines. Really, it's just like by order of when the store went out, but it looks like we like overtook Nelly in something. So be sure to spread that around.
okay. Yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about Nelly. That's a bad thing. I don't
You
want
what?
to tell everybody I beat Nelly at anything. That's just asking for trouble, Chris.
That's true. And I, too, am a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes. So
Nothing wrong with some manicured toes. Everybody needs a petty in their life.
are you going to get a pedicure whenever things clear up, Pat?
Bet your ass I am.
Oh, will you do a virtual happy hour live from the pedicurist?
If they'll let me bring in cocktail ingredients to actually shake a cocktail down, and I'll make them for the staff and everything. But like, if you're like, what? While you eat, you guys want to make some drinks? You know.
Okay. I think we can make that happen. Longville, you own Barkeep. Are you okay with that?
I just gotta let Pat do his thing sometimes, you know.
It is. It's like that dog that kind of runs off, but you know they're coming back. They may get into some trouble, but as long as they don't kill any chickens, you're good.
Yeah, covered in coyote blood on the way back.
That's what we
Ooh,
have
fun,
to look over.
Fun thing. So I got a wrong number text this week, and I definitely got to send the sock puppet video to a stranger. And it turns out they loved it.
Wow. Okay. All right, man. Good for you. Did you find out who it was?
So it turned out it was like a friend of a friend. I don't even know why they had my number necessarily, but it turned out I knew them through somebody. But that's how they figured out it was me.
Was it friend of the show Kenny DeForest, comedian who you partied with in college?
It was not Kenny this time.
Okay, that's still going to go down as one of my favorite live moments that we've ever had. That was great.
Yeah, that was definitely I remember when he came on and my eyes just opened. I was like, oh my God, I have hung out with Kenny a lot.
What was your friend's nickname that you said hello?
Murr, M-E-R-R, Murr.
Murr says hello.
Yeah. And Murr did say hello.
Shout out to Murr. Quick reminder, hit share if you're watching. We truly appreciate that. If you guys do the iTunes thing also, subscribe to We Are Live on iTunes. We do other conversations. Our friend Jim O'Hare from last week, we're going to go one-on-one with him. So we're going to have a longer form conversation with Jim O'Hare coming out. We're going to record this Saturday. That'll probably be out on Monday or Tuesday. So subscribe on iTunes, rate and review it. We love that, and we're going to keep this party moving. You guys into some music? You into new album releases?
I like music. I like new album releases.
Well, this young man we're bringing on, Andrew Ryan, has a new album coming out when? Tomorrow. So we're celebrating with Barkeep. Bring on our next guest, Andrew Ryan. Wow, he's a patriot. He actually recorded, if you guys are into our theme song, you hear our buddy Casey Reeves saying, "We are live, live, live." We actually recorded that in Andrew Ryan's recording studio about 5 years ago. Andrew, welcome to the show. Oh, do we have him? Do we have Andrew Ryan? Yep. Can you hear me, Andrew?
I can hear you.
Oh, there you are. Okay. You were cutting in and out, buddy. How are you?
Yep.
What's going on? You got the album coming out tomorrow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm good. I'm staying inside. A lot.
Playing tunes, putting out a new album. You were a road warrior before this stuff happened, man. Are you staying sane, not being out on the road?
Yeah, it was strange the first few weeks. Sure.
We losing him? Oh, okay. We're having a weird connection issue here. We'll get it worked out. But Wild Terrain, You Cannot Delete Yourself comes out tomorrow. What's the best place? We'll hear a song from you here in a second. But what's the best place people can support that?
iTunes, Bandcamp, anywhere really. It's all out there.
I hate this connection. Are you on Wi-Fi? We'll do this. Do you want to? If you switch over to cellular data, it'll work better. Okay. So we're gonna make that happen. This is Andrew Ryan. We're gonna get his album. It's gonna hit #1 on the charts. Pat and Matt, we're having a connection issue, so we're gonna get Andrew back here in just a second. Give me your best cocktail for an album release. Give me just off the top of your head. Pat, this might be your department, but maybe Matt will surprise us here. What are you guys thinking?
Here, I mean, how classy are we doing? Like, I
singer-songwriter. He's a singer-songwriter. He's out on the road all the time. Look at that. That is a great shot. Andrew, that's way better. Okay, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Perfect. So talking to my friends Pat and Matt here, and we're going to get the perfect cocktail to cheers your album release, Wild Terrain, You Cannot Delete Yourself, tomorrow. Pat, yours?
I'm thinking something like a Negroni, standard classic, nice and bold, just really fills the palate, fills the soul.
Matt, do you have a suggestion?
I was going to go old-fashioned, I think. Classic cocktails, singer-songwriter, not too much fuss, kind of straightforward, but delicious.
Well, Andrew is quite delicious. You can, and you'll see that when he starts playing tunes. Again, if you guys didn't hear, we had a weird connection. You can get the album on iTunes, Bandcamp. Be sure to support him. Super hardworking guy, and he's from God's country, St. Francis County, and he was a North County Raider. So give him some love, everybody. Andrew, your first song you want to play? Give us the title, and then jump on in, man. What do you got?
Yeah, this is called Directions. Just in case you noticed, well, I'm never around, and I'm just trying to focus the cards you keep to yourself. And there's something about it that I just can't shake. Maybe the accolades of time begin to awake, awaken my heart, awaken my heart. And I don't need you to tell me what it's like not to be in love anymore. You know the directions may change, but the feelings don't. And there's all of this noise ringing in my head, and the sounds from the clock echo with shock, spin around my bed. And there's something about it that I just can't shake. Maybe the accolades of time begin to awake, awaken my heart, awaken my heart. And I don't need you to tell me what it's like not to be in love anymore. You know the directions may change, but the feelings don't.
Look at that. You could purchase it tomorrow on the new album. That sounded great, man. Look at you. And props to your background. Our producer, Matt. Matt, how do you feel about Andrew's background?
I love it. I think it's the one of the best we've had thus far. Look at that.
That's a musician's background.
You get to see stuff. There's the city or the ocean side there on the left, and then you got the American flag in the backdrop. I dig it.
Well, beautiful song. Again, that one was called Direction.
Yeah, Directions, yeah.
Jesus, that was great. You got a harmonica for us and everything.
Yeah, that part of it.
I'm curious, man. You really had been hitting the road super, super hard. What have you learned in the last few years grinding out there solo, state to state? I mean, how many states have you been to? And then I guess what's the number one thing you picked up about trying to grow as a up and coming musician?
And I've probably been in probably like 38, 40 days last year. off the top. Brian, kicked in the gut and have a nice day. I don't know what to say.
No, I get it. The connection's doing its thing once again. Maybe it just likes when you play songs. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, you can look up Andrew Ryan. You can get his music on iTunes, purchase it, support him. He's got T-shirts, all kinds of good stuff happening. What's the next song called? And if we can hear him, can we hear you okay? Check, check.
Oh.
Is he cutting out, Matt? Okay,
Yeah, he's
we're
cutting
getting
it
a cut
a
out.
little bit. Let's see here.
Let's see if we can test something.
It's just the audio too. It's really weird. I don't know if he's got a device selected or what's going on, but
Well, maybe what we'll do is get Andrew logged back in, and maybe that will help the connection. Pat and Matt, we can chat cocktails for just a second, and maybe we'll see what's happening here. Moving forward, you said you're going to be at some, I guess, farmers markets this weekend. Have you been to farmers markets already, like physically been there on the weekend, Matt?
Not since the pandemic, but we
Right.
we were at every Saturday and Tuesday Tower Grove Market last year. It was kind of our standard weekly event. So yeah, we're excited to get back out. You know, they're not going to be the same, right? It was always a really big, like, popular social event. You'd go and grab a cocktail from us and then breakfast sandwich from Kitchen Culture. But I'm definitely excited about being around some other people besides my wife and
Your poor
Pat.
wife. Your poor wife and poor
Yeah,
Pat.
she's like, get this dude out of the house.
Right. Pat, you can purchase Andrew Ryan's his album tomorrow on Bandcamp, so that can keep you satisfied for the next few days until you see some more people.
I mean, I just Matt mostly is really what it comes down to. You know, like I think you should feel sorry for Matt the most in this one, because Jess is sweet. His wife is wonderful. She's a kind, loving person. But then he has to deal with me, who's a complete and absolute fucking lunatic. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm fine most of the time, though.
You're good, buddy.
Well, great work and
Oh, good, man.
wonderful work on your sanity. Pat, yeah, I was going to say, Pat, I'm waiting for the day where Matt's like, hey, we're going to switch this to where Pat's handling most of this. I'm thinking you're the linchpin, you're the mascot, and I mean that in the best ways. And I think you're a damn character, and I think it's going to keep being super fun doing these virtual happy hours with you.
You haven't met Haley yet either.
Haley.
Oh man, if we had both of us on, I don't know.
Well, we'll have to plan that. Producer Matt, sir, do we have Andrew Ryan ready for his second song?
Sir, I'm ready to give it a shot.
Thank you. Let's see it. Our next song, again, Andrew Ryan, album out tomorrow. Guys, support him. Hardworking dude. He's a family man, too, people. Not just a heartthrob musician. Let's hear the next song. What's it called? And jump right in, buddy.
Called The Lonely.
Yeah, we're losing it again.
Oh, there it. Wait.
I thought about it.
This internet does not want us to enjoy Andrew Ryan.
With them. There's a wind blowing. Goes in. I just work.
It's like a remix. Andrew, buddy, we'll just have to.
It's breaking up.
It's breaking up. We will link everything. We'll post everything. We got one song out of you, and you were super kind to jump on. Sorry about the audio. Guys, get it tomorrow. We'll post all the information, and I'm sad I didn't get to see that harmonica live. We'll do it again soon, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, man. Andrew Ryan dealing with some connection issues. That happens. It's a pandemic, people. Can't all be perfect shows. Ian Edwards joined us today. You can support him at Ian Edwards Comic. Highly recommend that. His roommates, he's got a roommate show on Instagram. It's very funny. You can watch that, his special out on Comedy Central as well. Any final notes? I just want to remind everybody, It helps when you subscribe to us on iTunes. It helps when you subscribe to Media Outlaws TV on YouTube. Tell your friends about this. We're going to have more great guests. And be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll do some King of the Bootleggers trivia with our friends at George Remus. That's always a good time. We're going to be joined by Blair Kirchhoff. He's a Kansas City Star sports reporter. Very popular in Kansas City. We're going to be highlighting some great bars. I lived in Kansas City for a few years. I'm a big fan of the city itself. So looking forward to that. And shout out to the folks at George Remus. And don't forget, if you go to the We Are Live store on buyjack.com, we've got T-shirts for sale. $20. All the money goes to the USBG. You can check that out right here. Support all bartenders. Get that rocking. Support them, and we'll donate the money. Thanks to our friends at King of the Bootleggers for making that happen. Barkeep, any final words?
Shoot.
Great. How about this? Is everybody getting a haircut whenever they can?
Yes, Wednesday.
I got nothing, so yeah,
Okay.
I just shaved.
I've fashioned mine into acceptable, but usually I'm walking around with a big mop, and it has gotten out of control. So we'll have to maybe video me getting a new haircut. We'll have to make that. Oh God, cut the feed. For Ian Edwards, for our friend Andrew Ryan, buy his album tomorrow. Comes out, hardworking, very talented dude. Shout out to Barkeep. Be sure to support their cocktails. And we've got a lot of stuff planned here in the near future. Big thanks to Matt, our producer. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Thanks, everybody.